Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Alex Morrish, and let's queer up Florida and South Florida. The 60 most dangerous days for LGBTQ in Florida have begun. March 4th marked the start of Florida's 2025 legislative session with what Equality Florida calls the 60 most dangerous days for LGBTQ rights. Equality Florida's team is working to review hundreds of bills that could impact our community. One thing is clear, DeSantis and the GOP supermajority are pushing a dangerous agenda aimed at limiting our freedoms. These bills target LGBTQ rights in alarming ways. They would make local pro-equality policies illegal, allowing residents to sue local governments for any diversity ordinances. The governor could even remove commissioners who support such policies. A new Don't Say Gay or Trans at Work bill could ban state offices from accepting job applicants who identify as transgender or non-binary. Bills being considered also aim to erase pride representation in public spaces, restricting everything from flags to coffee cups. They target diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and social justice measures. The agenda is clear: to erase the progress made in supporting minority groups. These efforts distract from the real issues like rising housing costs and insurance challenges that everyday Floridians face. Pride at the Capitol is crucial. On March 18th and 19th, Florida will gather with other equality organizations to make its voices heard. There will be a training session, legislative meetings, and a press conference. On March 20th, there will also be a powerful Let Us Live march led by transgender leaders. Together, we can make a difference. And I was looking at the legislative session as beginning. It's a mess. You got the governor, the speaker, and the Senate president all have random different agendas. They have had no coordination. So that's the only hope the good hope we have on that. I was very happy to see the Democratic leader of the House, Frantrice Driscoll. She says Ron DeSantis is scrambling for political relevance with no plan to help Floridians. And we need to hear more of that, Dems.
Yes.
Keep that up, attack on this. And she also continued on talking about he's just trying to gin up social culture wars and all that. And I love it. Now, I'd love to see the Democratic Senate leader, my senator, do that, but he's too busy talking to the Sun Sentinel that he thinks Democrats are anti-Semitic or something. But thank God for our Dem leader in the House. Keep up the good work, and we all need to be working on this stuff.
Yes, I think DeSantis hears that clock ticking down for him. We keep hearing about crazy-eyed Casey DeSantis and brain-dead Byron Donalds wanting to be the next governors of Florida. Did I miss the candidate that the Democrats are putting forward?
I already mentioned him.
That's the best they're going to do? Is that really the best they're going to do?
It's sad.
I really hope they can select someone more viable who can defeat the toxic Republican ticket.
Seriously. And let's talk about pride at the Capitol. So important for this to happen. I know that my good friend Adriana Tender from Trans Inclusive Group, her and Tatiana Williams, who is the head there over at Trans Inclusive, I know that a couple of the other trans organizations locally are heading up there. It's important. It's important to be seen, in numbers, to be out there showing that we're not going anywhere and we're not going to step down,
Are they doing any kind of buses up there?
Yes,
they are doing
yes. So if anybody wants to go get on up there and go to Tallahassee, make sure you reach out to one of these Trans Inclusive Group or Trans Social or, or even the Mackenzie Project. A lot of them are putting groups together to head on up there and make our voices heard because, I mean, this is just crazy. They're trying to erase the T. They're trying to erase us all. You know what I mean? I feel like it's what was that movie, Back to the Future, where the picture starts erasing the people slowly, right? And slowly but surely, nobody will notice that we're just going to drop the T and the Q from the acronym. No, mother effers, we're not. Okay, we're unified, we're together. You mess with one of us, you're going to mess with all of us.
Exactly. And some things Equality Florida, I get their focus on the specifically anti-LGBTQ legislation. There's some other legislation that's going to indirectly cause severe harm. Specifically, they want to end all property taxes. And how did that affect queer people? And I don't like property taxes that much, but how is Wilton Manors going to work without property taxes? Right. How is a lot of the LGBTQ groups that get county funding work without property tax? There's a whole host of things that this legislature is trying to do this session. It is absolute insanity.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.